Hi, Phil Schoenberg, Fastpitch Power. Just when we thought that we've heard everything we need to hear about forearm fire, we get an excellent question asked of us. A coach had contacted me and had indicated that I'm transitioning all of my girls to forearm fire. For those of you who do not know what forearm fire is, it's the last part of the delivery of the pitch where your elbow leads to the back of the throw zone and your forearm and your hand fire out and down that throw zone toward your target. And a lot of people who are coaching girls who are transitioning to forearm fire are transitioning to forearm fire from what we call hello elbow. Now, whenever I work personally with a girl who comes to me with having done hello elbow for however many years, I always try to give them an analogy of throwing overhand. So I'll tell them to pretend that they're standing in center field and that they've just caught a fly ball and the runner from second base is trying to tag up and go to third. Show me in slow motion what you would look like trying to throw out that runner. And they'll do this, they'll catch the ball, and then they'll bring their hands back, and then they'll come forward, they will snap, and they will extend. And I will ask them, okay, that's great. And I'll show them what it is that they just did. I said, okay, why is it that you didn't do this? And they start to laugh. And I say, well, what are you laughing at? And I said, well, you can't throw a ball like that. So I said, of course you can't throw a ball like that. That ball's going to go dead into the ground. It's not going to get anywhere near where you want it to go to throw that runner out. So if you wouldn't throw overhand like this, why would you throw underhand like this? And they get it. But it's not an easy transition, because very often what happens with girls who are transitioning, and that's the case with this particular group of girls who are being coached by this coach and trying to get them to where they need to be with forearm fire, is all they will do is see the position of the hand coming down the backside of the circle, palm up, elbow down, and the position of the hand at the front side of the circle. Yet what they don't really understand is that that is not a movement of the entire arm from this position to this position. When I go from here to here, I am using my shoulder to place my hand and the entire length of my arm pretty much, and my forearm into what we would consider to be forearm fire finish position. However, in forearm fire, it's from the elbow down that creates that whip effect, that fire and snap effect. And what happens when you lift your arm and hand into that finished position from your shoulder, the main thing that you lose, which is a critical component of any windmill pitch, who wants to have maximum speed, and that's the wrist snap. So in forearm fire, my arm is almost like it has no bones in it. When I get to the back of the throw zone, elbow leads, forearm lag, same thing in hitting. I pull the knob of the bat to the back of the hitting zone. My bat's still back here. Then I whip that bat head through, accelerate and extend to my target. It's the same exact thing in pitching. My elbow comes to the back of the throw zone. This is like my hands on the bat. This is bat lag, forearm lag. I extend. My wrist is relaxed. I get that wrist snap in here. I accelerate, I relax. And you can see my arm almost looks like it's got no bones in it, like a wrapped up wet towel being snapped. That's the action that you want. Problem with these girls is they're lifting their hand into finished position and the ball's not making it to the plate with any velocity. We have included, for your convenience, at the bottom of this post, if you're watching on the Fastpitch Power website, a video of Yukiko Ueno, who is consistently the fastest pitcher in the world, even though she is of normal size, not 6'2", 200 pounds, consistently throwing the ball in the low to mid 70s. And when you look at that video, you will see what her arm looks like in slow motion doing forearm fire. If you were watching this on YouTube, just go to the description of the post and you will see a link to that same video. Do yourselves a favor and take a look at it, because that will give you a very clear indication of what a top world-class pitcher looks like at that delivery phase of forearm fire. And it literally looks like an overcooked piece of spaghetti coming through that throw zone. That's what's critical here. Elbow leads, forearm lags, and from here I've got extension, snap, acceleration, and I am not utilizing my shoulder to turn my hand over and lift my hand into finish position. This takes practice. You cannot take a magic pill and have this work, especially if this is not something that you've learned from the beginning. If you're a 14, 15, 16-year-old pitcher and you're trying to transition, you're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to work at the feel. There is a post that we have in our archives called Transitioning to Forearm Fire, where I demonstrate the actual movement of the lower arm as part of the entire forearm fire movement. Take a look at that. That may also be of great help to you. But if you don't have forearm fire, if you're trying to accelerate down the throw zone and halfway down the throw zone, you're lifting your elbow, the only way, my hand's going up there. Only way I'm commanding that strike zone is by slowing down. And we've discussed this over and over and over again. Last thing a windmill pitcher wants to do when delivering a pitch is slow down. I hope that this has been useful to you. Love to hear your comments and your experience. If you're struggling, we want to know about it. We'll try our best to help you. Talk to you next time.